You are listening to the Danger Tapes podcast with your host, Devin Ramos.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Danger Tapes podcast. My name is Devin Ramos, and today we are sitting with the entire crew of We Crash Landed, which would be Perceptive, Ashty, and Toka. But before we get into this podcast with them, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the Danger Tapes network via whatever method you're listening to us on, be that SoundCloud, thedangertapes.com, iTunes. I believe I'm going to put this episode up on YouTube, the YouTube channel. So if you could subscribe to us on YouTube as well, that'd be great. There's no video for it, but it's going to be basically an audio recording. And I'm going to get into why in just a second. Also, I'd like to mention our sponsors, A1X, who has provided the Danger Tapes with an entire website for everybody to post their podcasts on. And that is the number one way to listen to us on a computer. We appreciate it if you go on there. We're always trying to do new content and basically produce things that we'd like to see that aren't actually being produced in the way that we like. So please subscribe to us. Please check out what Zay has provided for us as well. Again, the podcast is going to go up on YouTube, and just to get into the politics of why for just a second, my main squeeze for posting the podcast, be that from the Lost Souls, the Danger Tapes, Terminally Trill, Rotation, the Joint Review, has been SoundCloud. A lot of artists like SoundCloud. I like SoundCloud. I think SoundCloud was the most pure platform to exist for posting music and podcasts and audio files on the internet since, I think, MySpace Music. Second would probably be YouTube. YouTube has remained very pure since its inception. It's gone through some changes, but at the heart of it, it's everything it should be and everything it shouldn't be. But SoundCloud, when it comes to primary audio, has been the place. Bandcamp would be really good too. It's a really good mention, but it's a little different in that it's a little bit more professional. SoundCloud is really good. I like it. I believe Universal last year purchased SoundCloud for however many $1 million or whatever. There's been some changes. A lot of people say there's advertising on here now. If you're listening to us on SoundCloud. And, there's advertisements on YouTube. Can't get away from them. They seem to be getting better, actually, the advertisements. My main problem with SoundCloud, as of now, is that, and I'm only going to talk about this quickly, as to why I'm putting the podcast on YouTube, is that when I joined SoundCloud, it had the best interface. You could post on Facebook, you could post on YouTube, or not YouTube, you could post on Facebook, Twitter, and the player would work within those mediums. It didn't open up another window. It was easy for people to listen to the podcast on. As of now, the changes that they're doing, I don't approve of. So I am leaving the podcast on SoundCloud. If this is the main way that you listen to the Danger Tapes, we appreciate all the listens, but there will not be an entire catalog of every podcast that we've been producing on SoundCloud anymore. I've canceled the subscription. I doubt it would make a difference for them, but I personally do not feel like we should be paying for half a service. So I'm leaving the podcast on SoundCloud. There will not be an entire catalog on there, but I'm going to begin uploading them to YouTube. Now, I believe YouTube allows you to, and since everybody has YouTube on their phone anyways, SoundCloud is kind of a little bit of an extra step for new listeners to go and download an app. I don't want people to have to download anything extra to listen to the podcast. If I post the podcast through Facebook on YouTube, I think I said that wrong, it will leave open another tab on there. YouTube is free for me anyways. It's going to save me a lot of money to run this podcast. And it's something everybody has on their phone anyway, so they don't have to go download another app. And people might subscribe. Who knows? It might be a really good move for me. It kind of opens the door to allow me to have a more natural segue into making videos, maybe, like I always say I'm gonna, but I kind of do off and on. So this podcast will be on YouTube as well, and the future episodes. And that is the main way that I'll probably be posting them on social media for the time being. As always, our platform is thedangertapes.com, and you can go there and you could, all the episodes are on there. But for all intents and purposes, the podcast will be on SoundCloud, but I'll be posting through YouTube, I believe. It's probably a better platform for me to do so. We'll see how it works out, Like I said, I love SoundCloud. I love the audience feedback that it's given me. I love the listenership that it's given me. But I just don't like the big changes that I'm starting to see happen. And this is me putting my foot down for the network. So it's on YouTube. If you like it, listen to it. Again, today we're talking to, I went a little longer than I intended. And I do apologize for that. But today we are talking to We Crash Landed. Again, with Ashley, Perceptive, and Toka. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We're going to be talking a lot about open doors and just a few of the performances that they have coming up. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this podcast. And we will be talking very shortly. Enjoy the beat that I'm about to play. Months ago, like last year, and he goes, and then I just hit him up randomly, and then we just started talking. I hadn't heard from him in like 6 months at least.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were just talking, just bullshitting. Yeah. So it ended up being a good talk that we had like between us.
Yeah. It was
like I don't know, like with this, like lately I've been like less. I'll play music, but I've been like less into like interviewing about the music. Like it wasn't coming out with the interviews. Like they weren't coming out like. It was the same stuff over and over again, and I was getting tired of it too. And I think a lot of the other people were too. Like it's just you guys come over and say the same things.
Ready to get on some topics.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I want to do different things with it. I want to keep it up, and I want to keep it fresh too. So.
Right. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, for sure. You got to keep it going. You already know. I'm all about that forward movement of perpetual motion.
Yeah. You're actually not coming up into the mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Excuse me. Let me get on it. I didn't know we were.
We'll just work into it.
Yeah. But yeah, man. It's all about that progression, right?
Yeah.
Like no matter what, you're putting your efforts into. You feel me?
Something new every time, man. I just with anything, it's just I don't like to stay stagnant with anything.
Nah, that's what the waiting room was about. That's what we talked about last time. Just that stagnation.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're past that. We're past the stagnation. Now it's all about doing more and experimenting and seeing what we can do. Toka was singing the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Straight singing.
I've never known you to be a singer.
Yeah, I know, me neither. I know, man. I came back to the house super high. Then I was like, I'm going to change this hook up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was initially to be behind what the hook really was. And then I sang it. I played it all together, and I was just like, nah, I got to take the first hook out. And then just kept that singing part, and it just came out really good. So I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to work out my vocals a little bit more.
I thought he had cut it off of a track and laid it down. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me this face like, "Where'd you get this from?"
Where'd you get that? How we going? You know what I'm saying?
I did that myself. I was like, damn, I was tired.
Yeah, he did.
I even went to wake him up because he was sleeping. I woke him. I tried to wake him up, and then he was like, "I'll hear it tomorrow."
Yeah, I'll listen to it later. I do that. I like to sleep.
Got to, man.
Yeah.
No, but even just trying new things, like I'm sure, like at one point you weren't like about like sing, like trying out to sing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying new things. Like I've noticed that even when I get older, like I'm not as like strict with myself, like being like, oh, that's not who I am, or just when you get older, you start opening yourself up a little bit more. You're like, oh, you know what, I could do this. Like I don't know why I was so closed off to. this idea.
It's like you know who you are.
I just usually always thought I had a hideous voice, and I was like, nah, I didn't even try to sing.
Yeah.
And then I just did it and came out good. So I was like, dang.
Yeah, but it's a different thing when you know who you are and you're trying different things relative to finding yourself.
Yeah. Well, I think when I mean, even now, like I'm like turning 27 soon, but like I'm like so past the idea of thinking I know who I am. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a little bit younger, I probably had maybe a thought of who I was.
Right.
And like now that I'm getting older, I'm kind of moving past that more, and I'm just like, well, maybe I don't know who the fuck I was like at all.
Or you were that guy then,
yeah,
and now you're just turning into a different guy.
I just feel like maybe we always know who we are. We just change.
Yeah, it's just a constant evolving.
Yeah, it's just, and then we look back and was like, damn, I was that guy. But in the moment, you know who you are. You know what I mean? It's just as things go forward, it's inevitable to change. So you just realize it more when you're somebody different. You know what I mean?
Keep
Like,
it going. Yeah, definitely. Just making sure that whatever you're doing though is, constructive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, F all the BS. I'm gonna try to censor myself a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you guys could.
All right, well, fuck all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought you knew.
I just wasn't sure what was going on, man. But yeah, I'm trying to respect the house. You feel me? But most definitely, just fuck all the bullshit and really what other people are thinking. Yeah, it matters to a little extent. You know what I mean? Like, because you want to make sure that whatever you're portraying ain't fucking corny.
Yeah.
But making sure that what you do is some dope shit, man, and just making sure that you're evolving, perpetuating.
I mean, just feeling what you're doing too. Like, I mean, if you feel good about it, I mean, just do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with just doing what you feel good about doing. Like, as long as you're not bringing any harm to anybody else, like, there's no reason you should even care, like, at all.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because, like you said, like, it's just a thin line between, like, how are people going to receive this, or how am I going to, how am I going to be viewed if I do?
Some people
whatever.
like that though. They're like, how much records can I make? How much,
Yeah, we don't care about none of that though.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that it reaches ears, and it reaches the ears that. Because, music ain't for everybody, or our music ain't for everybody. Some people are going to hate it, but we're willing to take that, you know what I mean? Take that criticism. In a room full of 20, we might only get 4 ears, but at least we got 4 ears that night. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we just keep pushing.
Those are the ears I want to talk to, though.
But we try to make it more intimate, you know what I mean? We try to talk to you know what I'm saying? Like, we probably know all the people that listen to our music, you know, even if they're new people that we just met this year. We know them. You know, it's not like, that's that dude. It's always wearing a button up. You know what I mean? Like, it's some real intimate shit.
Even with the new album, I felt like it was not the same as The Waiting Room. It was, as far as the skits, like the first skit, the intro. But at least when you start going into it, like, you have more, more conversations within it.
Yeah.
And it was more, to me, because you have the conversation, I think it was with your grandfather, right?
It's like the grandfather.
And to me, like, it wasn't even a skit. Like, it was more of like a song almost. It was like a song that was a skit too. Like, it was completely different.
Catching wisdom. Yeah. It was dope the way that, like, all laid down, because I just sampled that off of something because I just thought the message that he was talking about was dope, and it fit into what I was trying to talk about. And if you remember, like, in The Waiting Room, it was all about, like, more of, like, gaining questions and being stagnated and, doing that. But now it's like opening your mind to new things, new ideas. There's other things out there that you need to just be aware of. You know what I mean? And what he was talking about was just like, saying that people have many different religions. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? As long as it's like good and evil, like, as long as you know the difference, you know what I'm saying? And it just fit perfect. Yeah, perfect as hell.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it, man, because those are things that I kind of think about, like, as far as, like, religion goes or anything, just that being more open to, like, okay, well, why do these people call it this thing, or why
Yeah.
You know, how is this different from mine? Like a billion people believe this.
Not saying anyone's wrong.
Yeah.
Not saying anyone's right whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. Who am I? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, be conscious of other things. Don't be closed-minded. Open doors.
Yeah. Just coming to an understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, it most definitely coming in, and then you might find new things. You might just be like, holy crap, I had no idea, because that's how I was when I first started to really just open my mind to, being more conscious.
Right.
Which is crazy. Like spirituality, like meditation, posting up. I would like meditate and come up with like lines in my head, and I wouldn't write them or anything, but just meditating, and most of the things that I would be coming up would be all spiritual and things like that, and that's why it came out like that, because most of my ideas were like that. And I don't meditate that much anymore, but for sure still on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still like conscious.
No, there's a difference between like when you came here the first time, and like, from even when I saw you at pharmacy, like we had like a little conversation there.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference between like how you are like now and then like then.
And then it's crazy. Yeah, for sure. It's all about growth. I hope that you just see growth. You know what I mean? Got my crew with me, behind me. You know what I mean? And like we just push. Like track 2.
Push.
Yeah, man. But I also didn't want to how I say it, like, sorry dude, I'm sweating so much right now.
No, that's all good, man.
It's so hot in here.
I'm actually good.
Yeah.
For the first song.
Well, I felt like I was being very intricate with what I was saying, and I was more like coding things and leaving my listeners to decode it, and it feels like in Open Doors it's like, here's these ideas, like it's more in your face type of a feel, you know what I mean? It's more just rapping and preaching something that, not preaching, but telling a message that's straight at you, that you're not like, what the hell is he talking about? Like, I'll let you know by the end of the song,
right,
what that was about, what the idea was. You know what I mean? It's no question about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did notice that when I was listening to it, because there was like, because a lot of times when you do listen to a track from other people, like they'll leave it open to interpretation, and so I'm trying to figure out, because I knew that there was more to the song. So while you're during the track, I'm trying to figure these things out, and like. Yeah. Eventually, like, you did come and you did tell me, tell me exactly
like,
what you're doing.
I'm letting you know, yeah, most definitely. But at the same time, the whole CD is wrapped around a DMT trip, and just like I meet him in the woods, you know what I mean? And I tried to tie it together from the waiting room, because if you remember in the waiting room, it was my mom talking to me, but it was telling me that I had to do all these things to be this or whatever. I'm like, nah. So it's more like when I open that door, it's more like I just found like a new door, and I open these other doors and you hear like just bullshit music, and I say like, I can't get distracted, and I go into this whole thing and I'm telling you like what's about to happen, and then I run into Kobo, you know what I mean? And and then yeah, and I Perceptive.
I mean, he's here. He just hasn't been talking.
Yeah, he's right here. But just and DMT is something that is a spiritual drug that's in your body already. You know what I mean?
It's natural.
And it's a very natural drug. You know what I mean? So we were doing that. I'm not even gonna call it a drug. I'm gonna call it a substance. You feel me? And we was doing that. And I, open all these doors. I start tripping out, going through this thing, and that's what all
Thank
those
you,
doors,
Remy,
all
for
those,
that,
yeah,
by the way.
all those doors are me finding new things. You know what I mean? Breaking doors open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many times did you do DMT?
before.
Yeah.
Like I've done it. I had done it twice before we had all done it together again, and that's where the song "Open Doors" came from, the single. Cause we were like real open.
See, I never called Smirk or Remy Smirk, but the first time I did it was with Remy Vega, and it's been a journey since then.
Yeah,
I think it really. I think when I talk to, I still call him Smirk.
Yeah,
he gets mad.
You have to like
Toka gets away with it.
Yeah, I'm the only one that could actually call him Smirk.
Yeah, he gets
that's what I know him by.
That's how I know him.
That's how we all know him.
Yeah.
Dude.
When he came through, we were talking about.
Actually, I know him by OCD.
Oh, okay.
Unconscious Debate was his first name.
You don't call him that one though.
No,
that'd be weird.
No, I called him Jeremy at that time.
Oh, okay.
His government name.
When he came through, like I noticed like a complete like difference.
Yeah.
Just complete, like not even just physical, like because he changed his look a lot too, but just complete like personality change.
Yeah, and it's more because he's just open to a lot more things. He's just
grown. You know what? That cat's gonna continue to be changing his whole life because he adapts to anything. So like, you're never gonna have the same Remy Vega that you had last year. Today, you know what I mean? Like, he's always gonna be a change. He's gonna get good at something, and then he's gonna stop doing what he was good at, and then gets good at something else. Like with rapping, he conquered it. So he stopped. Now he wants to become a musician.
Yeah, in all aspects. He's so tight.
Yeah.
I still look up to him.
Let's get back to CLP. I love Remy, but...
Yeah, Crash Landed, though.
So you guys formed the group when?
But alright, listen, this was a skate crew with big ups to my boy Mega Man out there, if he ever hears it, you know what I'm saying?
He's listening, we miss you.
We miss you. Dreadhead Squad, we were DHS, I had dreads, he had dreads, the homie Craig had dreads, we were just like skating around.
Oh wait, but I joined and it was Desert Head Squad because I didn't have dreads.
He didn't have dreads, so we had to switch it up, but we could still be DHS, we could still use the acronym, you know what I mean? And then, we all cut our hair and, Mega Man's doing his own thing. And
and I moved down to Rancho and I started seeing that shit tagged up on like gas stations and stuff. So we just decided to switch it up.
Couldn't be that. We can't be affiliated with no graffiti squad out there just carving into trays at Jack in the Box. We can't do that.
No. And actually, it initially started as just like a group kind of thing. Like me and Ash were just gonna be writing under Crash Landed. Like I was just like, oh, whatever. Like, he was doing his Black Rosette thing, and I was just kind of doing my own thing. So we're like, all right, we'll just keep making music together, but we'll put it out under Crash Landed.
Yeah.
And then just kind of after a while, I don't even know what really happened with that, but he kind of came and joined my dark side, and we formed Crash Landed.
Yeah.
Speaking of Black Rosette, shout out to BZ for coming through and blessing our studio.
Yeah, he just came through the other day.
Yeah.
But we came up with Crash Landed, and it's not even really a group, but we are a crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we still all make music, but it's all music together. We all feature on our own music, you know what I'm saying? The only features on my album is these guys, you know what I mean? Like, we're all just doing stuff together under Crash Landed, but we still don't want it to get blurred. We're all dope individuals that have come forth and bonded together.
We're open for collaborations, though.
Yeah,
High Desert collaborations.
I'm looking to keep growing, really.
Anybody at the High Desert want to collab?
The Monkey House is super tight. Big ups to them. But Crash Landed is super tight, man. And we're just going to keep pushing forth as a unit together because 3 heads are better than 1. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that, not that I'm glad that I left Black Rosette, but I'm definitely stoked that I had that experience, and now I'm willing to take all that knowledge that I have and now implement it into what we already had going in the past, and just growing, man, and doing bigger things. And we're still like doing stuff with Black Rosette, like it's nothing. Like
that's our brother group, you know. Like those are still my brothers. I grew up with those cats. Well, BZ Mix and Remy Vega, you know. So those are always gonna be the brothers, man. And anytime
the buds.
Yeah, the buds. Yeah, for sure.
For sure, dude.
Because when I had caught you at pharmacy, like we had talked about it, and you were like excited, like you had like a vision that you were really going to implement it. And like it's funny because like when I saw you were telling me about Open Doors, you're like, oh, I'm about to drop a new album like soon. You said soon.
Yeah.
Now when I talk to other rappers, soon can mean a month from now. Soon can mean next February.
Yeah.
Soon can mean I don't know, 2017.
I think I was like 2 weeks out when I saw you, Doug.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't that far from
it was already done and everything. It was just like I'm still like was putting it all through like.
Because I saw you in June, like it was, and I know and when you had emailed me or DM'd me about the album, I was like, oh man, I didn't even know it was out.
Yeah.
And because like that's how soon it was. Like it came out like right after I talked to you.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah, it's like I said, like it was just me pushing it through those outlets and everything, getting it all set up. But I was like, yo, it's dropping. When I say it's dropping, like that shit's about to for sure go down.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens, like out of my control, and I gotta throw my arms up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's things out of my power, which is why we try to do so many things in house and as close to home as possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? The only thing that I outlet for is the mastering. Shout out to Vaughn, Remy Vega's brother.
Vaughn Woosley.
Yeah, he's super dope. Like crazy ear for music, and he believes in what I do. He believes in us. He believes in the whole vision, and so he masters my stuff for a super dope price.
He's out in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
With Remy, right?
Yeah, they're out there killing.
I've only heard of him
thing.
through word of mouth. Like I've
that
never
dude's
met
a genius, man.
Every
He's
time
brilliant.
somebody comes through, like they're always telling me about his brother. I've never met him though.
Yeah,
I love that guy, man.
The dude is super smart, man.
I want to meet him.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm sure you will
Yeah.
at some point. At some point in life, this desert's too small. You'll be like, oh, he'll just walk into Stater Brothers one day, just visiting randomly.
So he's out here.
No, he's in Pennsylvania.
okay,
I'm just saying, like he'll just walk in there one day visiting
Oh, okay.
somebody. I don't know. He might have somebody out here run into you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You just never know.
Well, that's, like I said, that's just one thing I don't really like is when people tell me like, oh yeah, I got this thing coming along like soon. That's one thing I don't like because I want to see things happen. Like I want to see projects. I want to see like people doing things.
Right.
I don't want 6 months to go by and then hear like excuses. Because that's the only word for it. Like
that's all it is.
If you want to do it, like do it.
You'll do it.
Yeah.
Real
and I don't want to hear that it's being mastered. I don't want to hear this or that. Like if you want a certain sound, like that's different. If you're still writing it, that's different. But like, come on, like
yeah, get it cracking. And that's why I'm sure you had no idea what Crash Landed was. Like I'm sure it came out of nowhere to you, but we had been planning it for so long before that. Yeah. Maybe a year, all last year.
Mm.
It really was.
All last year.
A big old plan.
We just planned it and we were like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna start doing videos, get lots of visuals, do anything, start shows, do shows, whatever we got to do, reach out to anybody, everybody, but we're going to do it, come this time of year. So then once we jumped off, he dropped Lacking Substance, and it was like, yo, this is under COP. It's like, what's COP? Then we start doing little collaboration things together, and then I dropped Open Doors, and that's where we are now. We've done like little videos. I just shot a video for Open Doors, the single, and like everything's just grown. We're about to go to Vegas next week. Then we got LA 2 weeks after that. So
really,
yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing, man, and making sure that whatever we do is constructive. My hardest thing is like I'm a freaking maniac when it's not in my hands. I freak out on everybody. They freaking get super tired of me because I'm not like the easiest person to deal with, but it's just because I believe in us. I believe in this vision so much.
It's still
right
all
now,
love.
you know
It's
what
all
I'm
love.
saying? Yeah.
We push each other.
Yeah, it's all love. We just push it. I just go crazy. I'm a tyrant.
You kind of sound like Chris, because I talk to Chris like 4 times a week at work. We just hang out at work for like hours.
You talking about Castanedo?
Yeah, Castanedo.
Yeah.
And because he's been taking skating like real seriously. Like,
Oh yeah, he's
man, he
for
kills
a
it.
long
Man.
time.
Yeah.
He's
like,
too good,
killing
man.
it.
And every time I talk to him, man, he's like, he'll tell me stuff like he's putting aside like girls, he's putting aside like hobbies, like he's putting aside like everything,
Yeah,
just to skate.
Real talk.
And so when you talk to me about like crash landing, like you've been planning out for a year, like you don't want to stay stagnant, like that's exactly how you sound, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we're just.
and that's what I like to
pushing,
hear,
dude.
man. That's exactly what I like to hear.
Yeah, that's all we're trying to do, dude, is push like
Yeah, man. Like
every day.
me and Perceptive, man. We just
Beat Factory.
yeah, man. We just been pumping beats out. He'll drop the beat. I put some melodies on it, or
Whatever.
yeah,
Side
whatever,
stuff.
man. But we just been trying to pump beats out. And the other day I was making a beat, and I wasn't even finished with the beat, and he already had a full verse done. So I was like, oh well, I gotta get on this song then. You know,
Yeah.
right?
That's just how
Let me
it
finish
is
this
right
beat.
now. And we work off each other's energy,
Yeah.
and that's just how we just got to keep pushing it. But we want to make sure that we share the wealth, we share the focus. Like, yo, like Beezy was like, yeah, man, I need you. I'm like, yo, like, come record. He's down in Fontana. He's down the street. You know what I'm saying? He's 10 minutes away. We recorded a song that we did like a little while ago, and it's just gonna keep going from
Yeah,
there.
the song came out tight too,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like, hell
super
yeah.
tight.
I love when Beezy's on a song. I really
Yeah,
do.
man, he
right.
turns
Yeah,
people
he
up.
sounds
He has
dope.
that voice that just it's like,
Gets you
it's
pumped.
positive shit too, man.
I remember when I went to high school with Beezy,
Yeah,
and so this was 10 years ago, and then we started working at Stater Brothers together, and then he was really taking music seriously at the time. This is when he first started taking it seriously, I should say. And so even the songs he was coming out with then, like, were really good. Like they
Yeah.
were like, you know,
He's so tight.
they weren't on the level as far as being mastered as they were now. Like they were just being recorded, like, you know, basic
Right.
level. But now, like, he's grown so much in like the last 9 to 10 years that it's like it's crazy.
a lot of people don't know about BZ, man. Is what he raps about. He really went through. I was with him when he went crazy and started doing all types of stuff, and then he had to get put into like this mental hospital and shit. You know what I mean? So like whenever you see like that manic shit, he really is manic. Like, so like for him to snap out of that shit and then come back and do music, because I remember he wasn't even gonna do music no more.
And then
Yeah.
open
For
up
him to
about
come
it.
back and then take this shit good and just kill it like again, man. Like
Super
big
tight.
props to that dude, man. Like
Super
I got
tight.
major love for BZ.
Real
I
tight.
I'd seen him. God, it'd been when he had stopped working at Staters. I hadn't seen him for like months,
Mhm.
and then he had told me where he had been and everything, and about his breakdown. And I was like, damn, like I didn't even know.
Yeah,
So yeah, I know he's gone through like trials and tribulations, like
yeah, man.
internal, like it's which is almost harder to define because like when you start talking about like, you know,
See, this
external,
is like
everybody
in
goes-
07. We were like best friends. We kicked it every day. It was me, him, the homie JP, and Remy Vega.
Mhm.
And Mix would kick it, you know. But we were kicking it every day. And then bam, when he left, everybody just went their separate ways. Like I think JP moved down to LA. Remy moved down to San Diego. I moved to Texas. You know, like it was just crazy. And then after that, we never really kicked it no more until Black Rosette formed. You know, so like for BZ to come back and do this music shit, man, that's good, man.
How'd you get started, Toka? Because I've never actually had you in here. Like we had seen each other in passing a couple times.
Actually,
But
I
never
started
really talked to you.
I started with my cousin Brandon. We call him Nada. This is his rap name, and we had this group called Soul Pushers.
Soul pushers.
And then we my cousin Mikey. He's the one that made the name, Mikey Yolo. And we have a bunch of songs. We just never put them out. You know, like we never made those connections, so we never put them out. So I got a bunch of material that I haven't even put out. I actually recorded the homie Mega Man. You know, before I even knew Ash or Perceptive. With that's tight. You know, but yeah, I got started with them, and then I met Jeremy a long ass time ago. And Jeremy would just always be eating people up at backyard parties, like. Just eating everybody up, and I was like, "This was tight." And he always kicked it with my older brother, and my older brother was like, "Hey, this was tight. You should come chill with him." So I came to start chill with him because I didn't chill with nobody. And then he was like, "Oh, you should rap with me." And then he started rapping. They asked me if I wanted to be an Antique, and then I was like, "Nah, I don't want to be an Antique." And then because I was already with Soul Pushers, so I started rapping with them, and then I recorded a song with Jeremy in 2007. And then Machete. I don't know if you know who Machete is.
I know
Like,
Machete.
like he loved it. Like a bunch of people who heard the song loved the song. Like Feel Good Society loved the song, you know. And so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. But I just never came out with anything. Like in Black Rosette, I had like a few songs that I'll drop here and there. But like
But still,
at that time, I was just like, I've been on the move, man. Like, you know, so now that I'm grounded and I crash landed, you know, and have
that's where it
everything.
stops,
This is where I'm
put something out.
Yeah, I'm already working, man. Like
much.
I said, I've been singing, you know, or I sang that song, but now I'm just gonna open more doors for myself.
Yeah, and we're gonna for sure get something out.
This guy has been on my ass. You don't know, man. Like,
I'm telling you.
He's been like really making me.
Like I'm telling you.
I'm like, let me go ahead and record this song before
That's the
this nigga
snowplow
gets
right
home.
there, causing an avalanche and shit.
I'm crazy. You don't want to deal with me on a daily basis, like.
But we do.
Yeah, but they do.
We just got to make this shit work. We got to make it happen. And
Yeah.
we can't make it happen if we're sitting around doing shit. It's bad enough we smoke bud, you know what I mean? And we get a bad rep for that. So might as well smoke weed and be productive
Do
at
something,
the same time, man.
Yeah, I go crazy.
Yeah.
What's that?
But yeah, that's how I got started, man.
That's cool, man. Like I said, I just never really got the chance to talk to you because I feel like I've had everybody, like almost everybody in here.
Yeah.
That I mean, as far as like if they're still doing music now.
You even had my homie from the East Coast here.
Oh, Avant-Garde?
Yeah, I'm on guard. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in here for one podcast. I wanted to get him in for another one. And but I guess I don't know where he went. He just kind of came through.
He's back in the East Coast now, man.
He just kind of brushed through like fucking tumbleweed and just
That's the life right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool, but I'm glad I haven't been on here until now because I already gave you an empty promise. Like, yeah, I'm about to drop some shit. Then boom, never happened. But this one's not gonna.
It's not even bullshit.
Yeah. I remember we went to the to Apollo Burger and you had not a mixer. You had a beat machine.
Yeah,
you brought it into the.
I had a Nakai. Yeah, I had a Nakai XR70. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Tell them the title of the album.
The album's gonna be called War Machine.
Is it?
Yeah, man. I was listening to like this. Always like on the search of what should I call it, and then just listening to music one day, and then that song War Pigs came on by Black Sabbath, and I was like,
nice.
I'm gonna call it War Machine. Like it just makes sense because we all have to deal with our own struggle. We all have like inner wars with each other, but we make it work like a machine. So might as well slap that shit together and make a war machine because we're making it work.
We're making it work.
We're making this war work. This war against shitheads.
And what are you pushing to come out with for yourself?
Well, I had just come out with Lacking Substance.
Okay.
That
Just
came
a
out
couple months ago.
Yeah, that came out in March.
March.
Yeah, that dropped in March. At the moment, I am working. I have trouble sleeping, man. I haven't been sleeping for months, so every night that I can't sleep, I've been working on music. Like whatever comes to me, I put together on my beat pad and then I write to it. So I'm gonna come out with an Insomniac album. I'm gonna call it the Insomniac's Anthem. It's literally just 10 tracks of me not being able to sleep and the crazy thoughts I have. And it's even probably gonna come out under like another name because it's kind of like a second personality type deal. So that's what's coming out right now. But what's out is Lacking Substance. That was my latest project. That was kind of like my full project. Like I produced all the beats, I mastered the whole thing, I mixed it, and it was the first like crash landed project.
Yeah.
It was like what we decided to debut with. So
Nice.
So that's what I've been pushing at the moment.
Yeah. Ready to
You're
just
pushing everybody, man.
I'm telling you, dude. You thought it was a game.
No,
man.
we be moving. Crash landed is crash landed.
I mean, like I was telling Beezy, like everything kind of went quiet for like the last 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
I think the last like big project that was dropped, Kane dropped his album, and then before that it was Mix that dropped his album.
Yeah.
And I think between those two, like it had been like real quiet. Like nobody's been really releasing any
doing
projects.
anything, yeah.
And I was telling Beezy, I was that the people that had stayed in music, because a lot of people kind of just fell out. It seemed like
well,
there was-
life will eat you up.
Hey, but
Yeah.
as far as the desert, I've been seeing these dudes banging, and Spencer Bond's been doing their shit.
I've been wanting to hear like a new
shit.
K1 album. Actually, I want to hear something from K1. I always thought he was dope.
Yeah, he's tight.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like the people that are still gonna do it, like they're gonna do it now. Like it seems like this is their time. Like now
Yeah,
is the
right,
time.
yeah.
There's no more playing.
Nah.
And this is exactly what I was telling Beezy. I'm like, the people that are still gonna stay in it, this is their time to do it. Like it's not gonna be any more playing. It's not gonna be any more like this or that. Like no, it's gonna be. They know they're gonna have to know exactly what they want out of it.
Yeah, real talk. You gotta definitely be super hungry. Also, you can't just think that doing things here and there, even month to month, is gonna cut it. Not no more. Like you gotta be pushing, and if you're not pushing, like you're pushing something else, like that ain't yours. You gotta be so music oriented. I'm sorry.
No.
You gotta be
Getting intense
I'm a rapper. Yo, you gotta be so music oriented that whatever you do, people are just like, oh, I know that it involves music. Like I know, you know what I'm saying? Like it's no question. It has something to do with music. What's he doing? Probably something, to do with music. Even if, he doesn't have a Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like or things like that. Like these guys aren't as much on social media as I am. Like I kind of like, I'm on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, when people see them or anything like that, they immediately know it has something to do with music.
Mm-hmm.
Or if not, it has something to do with the buds.
Straight the fuck up.
I mean, I've become so cynical with social media too, though. Like it's because, I mean, you have the whole Facebook thing where you gotta like kind of pay for yourself, and it used to be a thing where you kind of could actually spread out a little bit without being, without having to pay for it.
There's stuff you gotta pay for. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But it's such a tool and weapon. You gotta use it, dude. You're crazy if you don't reach the 72 billion people that are on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever the fuck. I think I made that number up. But it's something up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a gang of people on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, even if they don't speak English.
For real, they got the internet in Indonesia. You know what I'm
even
saying?
if they don't speak English, we make sure that the sounds and everything are so dope, they don't even have to know what the fuck we're saying. They're just like, oh, I'm not even gonna start and disrespect nobody up in this mug. But you know what I'm saying? They'll feel it. They'll just feel the music.
I've been messing with my voice a lot, man. So even like with rapping verses, like the way I ad lib it is, I don't know, it's a little different. You think it's different the way I ad lib my shit?
Yeah, dude, I think it's crazy.
So man, I hope these people enjoy.
Definitely got to use the internet though. You know what I mean? Like it's our biggest tool, biggest weapon. And if it wasn't for the internet, we wouldn't even be getting Vegas. We wouldn't be getting LA. Like we wouldn't be getting shows like
unless we physically drove up there after a gambling trip and was
to booking agents. You know what I'm
Trick.
saying? Talking to booking agents and everything like that. Like, nah, dude. I'll email you. I'll send you a freaking MPK. I'll send you all that. But we're not gonna go out there. That's crazy footwork that we can be using to do something else.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like, cause time is, you gotta manage that shit.
Right. So how do you like guys plan to get more shows? Because you guys already got Vegas. You guys already got LA.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to stay stagnant. Like one thing that I know out here with the music is that it's hard for people to get shows out. I mean, I don't even know if it's hard. It's just, to me, it just seems like nobody gets a show outside of like LA. Nobody pushes past like getting one show in LA and say like, oh yeah, we did it.
Nah, the goal is to get out of California. In all reality, like we're trying to catch some like local support, maybe Southern Cali support, Northern Cali, and just get out of here.
They know who we are here
in the desert, maybe in the IE a little bit.
I think we've made it.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. We pretty much made it known out here.
They know, you know what I'm saying?
We have buds
like you
out
said,
here.
the people who are doing music, who are really doing music, they've either seen me, either seen Toka, either seen him, they've either seen the name Crash Landed, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've seen it. Now, we're trying to reach new eyes, new ears, and definitely something that is crazy about California is that it's saturated with artists. Like crazy saturated. You go out, if we get like some Colorado show, how many rappers are really in Colorado compared to California? I'm sure that we'll reach a whole lot of ears out there. It'll be something very different. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that we open doors and that we have crazy growth right now, especially right now. And we're just going to make sure that whatever we do is through, especially through the right outlets, because there's a lot of fucking booking motherfuckers that are just, all crazy.
Right.
But making sure that everything's legit. But I also don't want to just crazy book us also, because doing that takes focus away from the art. And we want to just make sure that we are doing music and everything like that and showcasing it. Doing music and showcasing it.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much just do a show, yeah, dude. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like making it, we might do different sets each show. It's going to change, you know what I mean? Like every time. But we're making sure that it's in front of the right people. It's in front of people who care. Damn, I was about to say something like it's not making sure that the venues are right.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm over here looking at you like, what are you about to say?
We got some secret stuff going on. No,
I'm curious about what he had to say.
that's some Area 52
Man,
information.
fuck it. Like we're not gonna be just like I'm cool on like going to like just the same old venues, the same old hookah lounges.
Yeah, we don't
same
do
old,
hookah lounge shows.
none of that hookah lounge stuff. Like cool on all that. Like,
And it's not like that we're too good for it. It's just usually
we're not too good for past it. It's like we've seen with what a hookah lounge show is. It's just a bunch of people smoking hookah, chilling.
Sitting,
We're trying to
staring
get
at
people
you.
up out of their seat, really feeling us. Blah blah blah. We're trying to make sure that we do our stuff at venue. We're doing the beauty bar out in Vegas. That's actually owned by the dude that is on Pawn Stars, and it's a really dope venue. I don't know. You can y'all can Yelp it if you want to.
Rancher.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that
Mr. Danger Tapes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Can I get another?
Yeah, go ahead, man. That's why they're there.
That's why they're there. Yeah, I'm trying to get some more Jameson.
Yeah, we're just doing
So bad for you.
doing dope venues and
Is it,
making sure
Vegas?
that Vegas beauty bar. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Then we're gonna be doing Los Globos out in LA on Sunset. Y'all can check us out August 15th.
And then we're doing the release show for Gatsby.
Yes.
That's
Really?
coming up. Yeah, and then we're having a backyard bash with my dear homegirl Leah Maldonado. You know, shout out to her. Love
Big
her to
ups
death.
to Leah.
Big sister.
Yeah.
She always lets us have shows at her house. Always.
Super tight. We're actually going to be doing a backyard bonanza. We're going to have the Monkey House. We're going to have Black Rosette. We're going to be having a
Rock
whole
bands,
lot, a whole
Woods and
lot,
Willows.
Yeah, Woods and Willows.
Stone Stanley.
Have a good ass time
Yeah.
in a backyard around a whole bunch of music lovers and a whole, you know what I'm saying, in a good atmosphere, and just kind of get together and have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, screw all that putting walls up and we're the best and reaching out. Like, no, let's all get together, and whoever wants to listen can be like, oh, this is what's in the desert. All the new people that they're gonna gain is gonna be beautiful, man. So
Yeah.
look out for that. Also, it just didn't work out because there's gonna be a pharmacy party tomorrow.
I just saw that on my Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's gonna be that's way bigger because we
that-
are pharmacy.
That's
like,
our home shop.
that's-
We got to show love.
Yeah.
We're locals there, man. They know
That's,
us.
yeah, I work at pharmacy. Been going to pharmacy since I was a little fucking kid, man. You know what I mean?
Pharmacy's been out here for a minute, man. I remember the newspaper did like a piece on pharmacy, and you read the whole story. Like that was just like homegrown.
I'm the horse
That's
king
so
at
tight,
the
like-
shop out here, OG
Dude,
shop.
I was skating there when I was like 13 on the side, like where it used to be, where Goodwill was at. I used to be on the side of there just
Yeah.
skating all day.
I remember when it was like pharmacy
basketball.
and Toss. That's what we had.
Toss,
Do you
yep,
remember Toss?
yep, that
Remember
was the
Toss?
spot too.
Big ups.
They had the
I had
tight
to go
little blank decks.
I
like-
went to Toss to get like my first pair of Osiris. Like,
Yeah. Hey, Osiris is crazy, dude. I went to Agenda. They got these D3s. Like, remember the D3s?
Yeah,
but, like,
that's what I got, yeah.
vulcanized. They got, it's called the D3 Volk. Yeah, man. But
tight.
they didn't make it in suede, so it wasn't even like a skate shoe. They had made it more like a,
Like
a
a chill.
swaggy shoe. It was all
okay.
like, had
Like a
gold and
leather.
it was leather. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, Osiris is whack. They played out.
And that's on the record.
Yeah, that's on the record. I will never write. As of right now, I'm getting little woo woos from Nike. I'm fucking with Nike. I'll fuck with Nike way before.
I've only fucked with America. These Vans, man. These are the first ones that I skated with.
Yeah, Vans all day for sure.
Big ups to Vans. They're tight.
I like a nice pair of Vans.
I like my G codes, my Herms, you know.
But pharmacy for sure is homegrown, and that's what we are.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Homegrown. I actually went to the first pharmacy I went to was in Palmdale. Then when I moved out here, I was like 13 or 14, and I was so stoked because there just so happened to be a pharmacy here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I just did that, and then I moved down to Rancho, and freaking
boom,
not even 2 months later, boom, they open a pharmacy right
pharmacy
there.
in Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
man.
huge. There's 10 locations now, man.
That's Brian Herman's store, dude.
That's the one I went to. Amoeba out in Hollywood.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like,
I
why
still
is there
have
a
yet to
line
go
right
there.
there?
That's
down
bad,
the street. There was a pharmacy. There was like there was a sale.
No, we went through.
Real talk.
You never been to him?
How crazy is that?
You got to go to Amoeba.
I know, right? That's bad, huh? As a DJ, I haven't been to
No, you
Amoeba.
gotta go to
Terrible.
You got it.
You got to.
Got it.
I've been to other record
Went to
stores.
Manny, dude. Manny and Shane.
Yeah, you gotta go there.
That's like when you make a
must.
pilgrimage, like
Pilgrim, right? That's how I feel about it.
yeah. Because it's like you don't need to go all the time. You go like maybe once or twice a year, maybe. But it's like you pack like a backpack full of like food, drinks, and then you
just explore
Yeah.
for a
All
cool
day.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. It's a
Prepared,
good
Right? Like you got to pack a picnic and shit.
and snacks, a blanket.
I mean, it's a minute.
Blanket.
It's a minute from here, man. Like you gotta be like prepared. Like you might catch a flat. You don't know what you might catch.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have a survival pack when you go to
Oh,
Amoeba.
that's how you got the Mad Villain doll.
Yeah. Oh man, that's one of my favorite things.
That's tight.
Yeah, that's super tight.
Super tight.
Oh, records are so tight too.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I used to go to this little shop. It was like Penny Lane Records out in Upland. It was literally just a garage of records, and they had a whole floor of just dollar records. I'd spend
Really?
like every dime there. I swear.
There's some little record shops out in like Rancho, and
I heard there's a dope one in
Claremont.
Montclair. I have yet to been.
there's one in Claremont. I don't know if that's the same one you're
Claremont.
talking
Yeah,
about.
probably in Claremont, Montclair. They have
Rhino.
Claire in it. What is it?
Rhino.
Rhino. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
And there's like a punk one.
Oh,
in,
what?
It might be Upland. It's called Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
I actually,
He
my
used to
first
live by
apartment
there.
was right up the street from that.
Really?
Yeah, I used to go there like every weekend.
That's the one I haven't been to yet.
That one's dope. You got to go there for
I'm
sure.
gonna-
They got like straight little dockers in there and stuff. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the pants.
No, well, no, like
what
is it? Doc Martin.
Oh,
the shoes.
I thought you were talking about the pants.
I thought you were talking about
No,
the
no,
pants.
the
Like,
Doc
why
Martens.
would they have
Doc
Dockers in
Martens.
there?
Yeah, that was my
But
bad.
like khakis.
That makes
no,
more sense though.
Yeah, grunge guys in
And
khakis.
dockers. Hey, punkers got to get a job too.
That's true. Very true.
Are you guys planning to do like any physical releases,
Physical copies.
like physical copies,
oh
CDs,
yeah,
actually,
yeah, for sure.
cassettes?
My Insomnia.
tough.
Oh, I don't know about cassettes. I mean, I wish people still had tape players. I'd for sure drop a
People are
cassette.
like collecting them though. Like
Yeah, I mean, I might, but Insomniac's Anthem is actually only going to be available physically. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make that kind of a hand-to-hand thing. I'm gonna try to bring back the hand-to-hand like shows. Like, all right, $5, like come buy the CD, or if you know me, like you're the homie, come through. I'll give it to you for whatever price. Like,
Nice.
like I want to try to bring back physical copies for sure, because that's my thing. Like in my car right now, I got a whole little shelf of physical CDs. Because
Nice.
I think CDs and vinyls and tapes are tight.
Yeah, like Chris Castaneda, like he won't even listen to my music unless it's
Right, unless
a
we give them a
physical
CD.
copy.
Like, yeah, we gotta have that shit
So,
physically.
I'm gonna probably get that.
personal
Right
copy.
now, like just Doe's going in all other places, all other outlets, but I will for sure get the physical copies soon done. They're gonna be legit though. Like I got the whole little outlet. Like they're gonna have their own UPC code and everything. So I'm gonna have them in the store, scan them right out the store and everything. That's just gonna be super tight.
Nice.
Watch out, Target.
Watch out. Not a no Target or nothing, but you know what I'm saying. For show at pharmacy, y'all can all get it at
Yeah, I
pharmacy.
fuck with
That's
these
for
purple
sure.
Jolly
Rhino.
Ranchers, man.
Rhino would probably sell them too.
Rhino.
I know they sold a couple independent releases through them.
Yeah.
Hey, we for sure gonna hit them
I'm
up.
gonna run up over into Rhino, and dude, this is what we're talking about. Hella growth, man. All outlets, anything and everything. We're about to be on that shit, dog. Look out, crash landing, and like we're not stopping. There's no fucking end anywhere in sight, like
Nah.
whatsoever. Like, if anything, this is so much of an incline still. Like, we just feel like we're getting our feet wet. We still are yet to really do shows all together like that.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I
we've
mean?
done
Like,
shows together,
but not like that.
Not as Crash Landed. Like,
Yeah, man, it's gonna be like it's all crazy right now.
Fireplace on,
Show,
like.
man. Fireplace on. Kick up the shoes and relax your feet.
I'm excited, man. I really am.
Yeah, like I said.
Like
man.
I said, when you came through with the release, like you actually told me, like I went, listened to it, loved it.
How did you really enjoyed it though? Like, how did you feel about that? Man?
I enjoyed it. It was different because it was completely different from the waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just completely different from the waiting room.
It was a whole other sound.
But the sounds that you had in it, I keep calling them skits, but I know that's not what they are. It's like a bad analogy for it.
Yeah.
That's what we made them as, though, in all reality. Yeah.
I just feel like it was something different.
Like
we
an
called them
interlude,
skits,
like an interlude type deal.
Well, there was the interlude, and then there was a lot of things that like were on the tail end of songs.
Because you had the songs. I love the ending part of it where you guys like go into the bar. You have like the jazz band.
That was all the buds, man.
Yeah, it was all the homies. Shout out to
shout
the
out
homies.
Shout out
to all the homies.
The way we did that was we just had all the buds come over, drank brews, got faded, and recorded it.
Minus
literally, I just put the mic in the middle of the room and just had everyone sing along. Like, that shit was tight.
Yeah, I like that. I like that part of it.
That's how we did that. Yeah, man. And I had that vision like the whole time. I was like, the way I'm gonna end it is I'm gonna come out of this journey that I was on, and we'll meet up with all my buds, because that's really what I'm about. At the end of the day, like, I want all my buds to succeed, like, and I want all my buds to just have a good time, like, be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to let nobody down. That's why I'm super hungry.
I think we end the podcast here, man.
Yeah.
I think we got a good about 50 minutes with the songs I'm going to put in. It's be about an hour. So,
all right, for sure.
Anything else you want to say?
Vegas, July 30th. Los Globos, August 15th. Open Doors, iTunes. Get that. Crash Landed. You can check us out, soundcloud.com/We Crash Landed. You can literally Google We Crash Landed. Everything's going to pop up.
And shout out to everybody who believes in us.
Shout out to everybody.
The Crash Landed movement.
The Crash Landed movement.
We represent Area 52.
Area 52. And, yeah, man. And good looking out, Dev, for having us here.
Yeah, man, no problem. Anytime you want to come through, just let me know.
Yeah, man, it's all. Yeah, I mean, as soon as War Machine hits,
you'll be hearing about that.
You'll know.
Hit me up.
We'll be back.
I'll have you guys through. We'll talk and everything.
Yeah, you already know, dog.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back next week, and we're gonna play something off of Open Doors. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm not sure which track I'm gonna pick. So hope you
there's
guys
a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good tracks on it. So go get it. Catch you guys next week. Peace.
I just wanna escape this and help my people radiate fragrance out of the basement. But first we gotta open doors. Future full of fury, far from what you really hoping for. I wake up to a race and I chase till I'm blue in the face. Influencing the truest through my musical taste. Okay, third vision, visionary. Innovating conscious, getting out of this prison like an escaping convict. To be honest, even with the intergalactic knowledge of a poison that was just as toxic, you couldn't stop us. Busting out, I take the whole crew with me. Living and we rising like the smoke from a chimney. Initially, there's an intensity in me that isn't free, and a black entity needs to take that light and attract when we in fact really are meant to be intact. And by that, spiritually impact many with the rap that we pack lyrically. And with that energy, change the world. I just hope it makes sense to you, baby girl. As we escape. Yeah, we escape. Generations wasted, I just wanna escape it. Might have came from the basement, but on some astral plane shit. Motherfuck greatness, I just wanna be free. Freedom ringing heavily from the beast that is dwelling in me. I feel alien, see, best believe that we crash landed. Came from a vast planet like Black Sabbath. And we grasp madness, and we expanded like the X-Men. That's right. In the last stand, my inception changed the perception of conception. But in this section, I'm just a nigga guessing, still searching for answers. Brainwashed zombies probably still worship it after. Fuck waiting in the lobby, I'm torching the chapter. I'm gonna decapitate, torture, and trap the apes responsible for why I can't escape. I need a rap. Escape.